Thank you for coming through, sir.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I think let's begin at the outset. Set out, if you will, the key things that you found from the input that came from the people on the ground.
Thank you so much. First of all, let me, for your listener, explain what is International Finance Corporation. We are part of the World Bank Group.
Yep.
Our mandate and focus is really on private sector development.
Yes.
That's it. So SME sector is a key sector for us. So this report, the report we released this week, is a second. We first released about a year ago one called the unseen sector, right, and which focuses really on understanding the size and the gap in terms of financing and other needs of the SMEs in South Africa.
Right.
So now the one we released last week is really giving the voices, a voice to the SMEs.
You spoke to the people on the ground.
We did speak to them on the ground. So now what came out from those, the main takeaway is that the informal sector should not be overlooked. Informal versus formal.
Sure.
So both play a big role in job creation. The second takeaway is that the SMEs, they have limited access, and that is kind of known. Yeah. They have limited access to formal sources of finance. Then they rely a lot on cash transaction, which means there is a kind of opportunity for digitalization, right, and bringing them to the formal economy. Then the other one is non-formal services. They said, yes, finance is important, but also coaching, mentoring, yeah, and other form of assistance is very important for them. For sure. Because the more they grow, the more the business become complex, mm-hmm, and the more they need assistance. So, and then the last one is about stability. Once they have passed the 5 years, then they cross from the informal to the formal sector, yeah, in general. Yeah. So they need that stability.
Absolutely. Would I be correct in saying that the road to formalizing the informal sector lies in digitalization? Because once you've got information, then you know who.
Yes, and that will support them also, yeah, vis-a-vis the bankers or whoever is providing, because then they have a track record.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Now, time is of limited amount here. So let's talk about the key recommendations that you make from the report.
Okay, so we made it at various levels.
Sure.
So for the government.
Yeah.
So policy, what we call policy with purpose. So it's really proactively looking at what is necessary, what is needed, and making it. So SMEs also mentioned about bureaucracy. Bureaucracy is not just it's really giving them red tape. Red tape is one thing they mentioned. So yeah, that is on the government side. Sure. So communication efforts on the government side. The government has a lot of initiative, lot of support, lot of incentive, but usually SMEs, they are not aware of it.
Sure.
So communicate information, sharing, yeah, that information, yeah, and then improving access to finance. So any way the government could help.
That's from the government side.
From the government
needs to be chipping in.
So the industry. The industry is how do you upskill the MSMEs? How do you support them? That is coaching, what I mentioned. Yeah. That is
who should be doing that? Because I'm running my company. My name is Adrian Go. I, yes, don't have time to be talking to Godfrey, who's sitting down on the ground trying to get a business up.
Yes, so who will support? You have lots of initiatives in South Africa, for example. You have the like of auditing firms. Some auditing firms are branching out, trying to support the SMEs, but it's not known. And you have lot of initiative, I can tell you, on the ground, yeah, trying to support SMEs. But yeah, what has happened is that it's been fragmented, not in a very comprehensive way. Yeah. And the aim, something we are thinking of doing with this report also is to bring that attention, bring in all the stakeholders around, yeah, the table, yeah, and then seeing what will each part bring and in a holistic way and try to find solutions.
I haven't done justice to this story, so I'm going to ask you to give a link to this report so that people who want to read it can access it.
Okay, the link is a little bit
complicated, but it's on the IFC website.
Yes, from the IFC website they will find it, and it's called the MSME Voice.